deal with airplane peanuts?
On the road, I try to go to good restaurants because I want to at least like feel the city.
You won't eat like Domino's or anything.
No. Well, I'll never eat Domino's because we live in New York fucking city where I can eat great pizza on any corner. Why would I eat Domino's when we can get better slice on any corner, man?
Oh, it's true. But I'm saying if you're in a bullshit city.
No, I won't eat pizza on the road unless they've got a good road pizza spot. Like if I'm in New Haven, Connecticut, I'll eat pizza.
You don't ever like hate yourself after a set and just get Pizza Hut or something?
I've done that.
I've done it, but it's like I usually will like
Panda Express, bring it on.
Yeah.
Nice. Stop the Asian hate.
Exactly. Here.
Is that real? Let's talk about it. Asian hate. Imagine I go into it. Let's talk about The Rock. He's a transphobe.
I guess I don't really. I don't know.
No, because you guys have always been thin. Since I've known you I've known you since 2000. I've known both you guys since like 12 years now. Well, you guys, we're like significant parts of each other's lives.
Oh,
you realize
for
that?
So long.
Yeah, it's wild.
I've known you for so long, Chris.
To know somebody for 12, 13 years, and
to like someone for that whole time.
How insane! I know how insane that is.
I know.
We may not see each other all the time, but it's like the fact that like we very well could be in each other's lives for like 30 years.
That's why I invited everybody to the wedding because I'm like, I've seen all these motherfuckers grow, kids, no kids, marriage.
Who's somebody? If you just fucking say it, we're drunk. Who's somebody that just missed the cut?
Come
on, Mark.
All right, Cosby.
What are the highlights? Give me another highlight of Cops while you look it up.
It just says going off air. Keeps hurting me. Keeps on hurting me. Cops highlights. Let me think. I mean, there's so many. You know what I mean? Like I'm so flooded with it. It's hard to think of them. Anytime somebody gets clearly arrested for prostitution and trying to say that's not what it is, particularly when they have the prostitutes, like they pull a prostitute aside, and when the prostitute admits it sometimes, the prostitute will be like, yeah, you know me, officer, whatever. Like, yeah, I'm just trying, I ain't doing drugs no more, though. I'm just trying to get off the street. And they're just talking to some fucking sad old man, and they go, why'd you pick up hookers? Hooker. Like, no, that's my sister's kid.
Hooker, what?
You're just like trying to give some kind of thing. Hooker. And the hooker's just totally like, yeah, I'll go in tonight. I could bond out tonight, right? Is that cool? And the cop's like, yeah,
like,
yeah, the Dolores, that's fine. You can bail out tonight. Then the guys over there like, she says she was a hooker and I agreed to that? No, that's just...
that cannot be right.
And then anytime they have the cops pose as... I feel bad when the cops, for whatever reason, pose as Johns and get the hookers.
Oh, really?
I do feel
hookers, it seems like a victimless crime.
It is a victimless crime, and they're just like...
They're the victims.
They're such sad individuals. Like, they're not even like... I'm saying they wouldn't, but at that crime, they're not even like robbing a place or stealing someone's goods. They're like... I'll put anyone's cock in my mouth for just enough money to feel good for a little bit. And you're just like, damn, man.
Who's that hurting?
Damn, that just sucks.
What is the issue? You don't pay taxes? What's your issue?
If you go to Lake County, California, it's like Williamsburg of bad white shit. Like, it knows about everything before anyone else. They're the hipsters on white trash. Like methamphetamines were real big before the boom.
A Mountain Dew test market.
I get all the Cheetos before everybody else.
Yeah. They go, brother, we've had cinnamon Mountain Dew for about 6 years now.
Cinnamon.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know they could do that. Yeah, dude.
First county to have the combo.
Dude, forever Lake County will now be in my head as a Mountain Dew test market.
You've seen some dead bodies.
The only actually one we saw, the only one I can remember seeing recently something like that is when we were in LA a few months ago, and it was me, Vinny, and the two kids, and in the back, and we saw like a car fire, and I was just like, oh, like everything, like I was like, my daughter was like mad scared. She's like, oh my God, like no, don't go past it. But we had no choice. We were driving down the freeway. We had to, and then I was like, it's just a car on fire. Like it's fine. And my stepson was in the back too. I was like, it's legitimately fine. I'm sure they're out of the car, like, but it was pillars of smoke. But we were driving by, and I swear we just saw a guy in the driver's seat, body just a black carcass just in flames, like just burnt to a crisp with his hands on the wheel. And my daughter said, "Oh my god!" And my son was like, "That's awesome!"
Really?
And then, I swear to God, like literally, like I talked about on the Andrew Santino Whiskey Ginger podcast.
Also, your daughter brought it up to me constantly when we were driving around.
Yeah, she's still she's terrified.
Of course.
Yeah, and then the Carvel in our neighborhood burnt down, and we weren't there.
Good
It was
for
like,
that guy for going down with the ship, though.
I know, dude.
A lot of cowards would have abandoned.
Yeah, he was
the
like,
ship.
"I'm not. I will
he was
not."
like, I'm like, this is captain's honor.
Yeah, he was
I'm
like, "I will
going down."
not." This Corolla's been nothing but great to me. It's been a brother to me. Yeah, dude, he literally had his hands on the wheels, like he just fucking burned to a crisp.
I wonder if he was like depressed, and then as soon as this fire started, he was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
This is it.
Fuck it, dude. I don't want to live in Biden's America.
He's like, I'm done,
dude. And literally, my daughter, she's still like the Carvel burnt down, and she thinks now anything that's ever on fire, that guy's in it. She's always like, "Is the man in there?" And you know what's funny? She calls him the
be there,
dude, she calls him the black man. So I'm like, you have to like, call him like the burnt man or the crispy. Call him something else. She's like the black man.
That is haunting.
I know.
Well done.
Negus. What is the language?
Ethiopian to Amharic.
What is the definition?
A king. It's used as a title of the sovereign of Ethiopia. Negus.
Could you use it in a sentence?
The Negus ruled Ethiopia until the coup of 1974.
He's looking at? Like, who's he looking at? Is this okay?
Negus.
Can I do this? Nah, this is fucking.
Negus.
Oh my god.
Negus. Negus.
Yo, he knew it in his heart, bro. Son, white people know all M words. It's in our biology, dude. Shouts to Theo Vaughn, man. That motherfucker came a long way, dude. Real talk. Look how adorable Theo was when he was younger. The Rat King dropping M bombs at 7.
So I think he was surprised that people clapped when he said it. He was like, "Oh shit!" Nice.
Yeah. I want to see the shot of the kids in the background when he spelled it like that, and a few of them are gonna be like, "That ain't how you spell it."
And then later you learned that Clinton and Gore together learned how to go for business and tell big business, "Look, we're gonna make you a fortune. Don't worry about the social issues. And we're gonna take care of the poor. We're gonna do all kinds of programs, but we're getting rid of he got rid of welfare." And he was also a death penalty governor.
Yeah,
he put a retarded guy in his electric chair. He put a retarded guy in the electric chair when he was governor. He literally just he was drunk and he just said, "Come here." And he's like, "What are you doing?" And he just took him and he put him in it. And he said, "Never mind, just fucking shut up." Killed a retarded guy single-handedly.
Do you think you could turn, not to a life of crime, but do you think your circumstances are pure? You don't intend to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But do you think you could do something like that?
I couldn't shoot somebody. No.
But you don't know where your next meal's coming from. You got a family.
Oh, he's got you there. And look, we're not women. We can't do OnlyFans. You're lucky, ladies. That's
I tried OnlyFans. I lost money. The teacher really seems to care.
Tweet it.
I watched Seinfeld. I don't like. It's like 3 episodes I know. Like if I watched the whole thing, there'd be 3 where I'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Now
this one, I don't know the show very well at all, but I remember when I see things of him, like it's funny.
Oh yeah, I love.
It's not even that. See, he's just pompous. That's like my one problem with Bill Cosby. He's great, but he's pompous. That's the one thing.
That's the one thing.
That's it, dude. The other stuff.
You ever meet a flawless human being and there's just one thing holding him back? It's his pompacity.
What a name for a special.
Pompacity. Yeah, he thinks too high of himself. Besides that, guy's walking on sunshine. This guy's eye.
I got rocked in the face by my college girlfriend from the back seat.
For what?
I went to a movie without her.
Because he made her sit in the back seat.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, I wasn't
Are you
driving.
driving Uber?
I was sitting in the passenger seat. My buddy was driving. She was in the back seat and just came around. Full punch right in the side of the face.
But you went to the movies without her?
Yeah.
What movie?
I want to say it was one of the Batmans.
This girl sounds like a real fucking
I'm
loser.
telling you.
She was like, "Pow."
What's your goal for personal training?
No real set goal right now.
What would happen if you started getting ripped? Would you stop?
I would have to stop.
Yeah.
Although at that point, I'm sure that it would be too powerful.
If you bulked and just quietly
Guys,
bulked,
I got to be honest with you. Based on today's performance, we're a decade away. We're a decade of
that's perfect
consistent
timing.
work.
That's perfect timing.
You got a lot to work with, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
You can convert
got it just where I want
into muscle.
Yeah.
Did the trainer ask you if you have big balls?
Do you think that's funny to make fun of me?
You should have told me.
Do you think you're getting a big laugh out of this?
Why are you so insecure about your big balls, dude?
Why do you think I'm insecure about my big balls, dude? I'm not. You laugh it up, dude. You have a good laugh, Sean.
You got big balls?
I have big balls.
Mine are getting bad.
What do you mean?
They're just starting to go lower and lower.
You saggies.
Yeah. Like I'm
It's
embarrassed.
because you're confident.
Well,
yeah, dude, I still have boyish tucked in sack.
But they're big, dude.
But they're big. It's crazy. No, if it's warm though, like
oh yeah,
the sheath draws them loose, dude. The sheath makes them just a pillow, dude, a beanbag.
Yeah, dude. Nice. If it's warm out, the dog drops his tongue.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. That's a cartoon dog. Rolls it out.
them out. Yeah,
the dog drops.
It's like humming to a snail on the beach.
Look at us now, drunk on weird looking martinis I made.
Drunk in a fucking weird studio.
I know, we're drinking Flint water.
I knew you'd like the Patrick Ewing thing
Dude,
there.
So Patrick, let me tell you my Patrick Ewing story.
Ooh.
So I got two of them.
He's got you could feed Chris anything and he'll have something.
I'm dying to hear your Harvey Weinstein story.
He touched
He's
your
innocent.
chest and he said your heart's beating so quickly.
So, Patrick Ewing, my very first Knicks game.
How old were you?
9, 10. So I was a little kid, you know, early 90s. You know, we're sitting, you know, whatever, upper deck seats, whatever. Patrick Ewing goes baseline and like tomahawk dunks on Shaquille O'Neal. And I was like, oh my God. And then he like, you know, Shaquille had like fallen under him. So like Patrick had to like hang on the rim a little bit. So I go, Dad, I like stand up. I was like, Patrick Ewing. I was like, Dad, look at him. He's swinging on the rim like a big monkey. And I'm like, like that. Because to me, it looked like a monkey. And my dad was just like pulling me down, pushing me down.
Yeah.
And everyone was like looking over at me like whatever. And then my dad, there's a thing where I don't know if I tried to do like misremember this because I thought it was like a funny or I thought it was like some type of defense mechanism, but I'm almost positive, like I would be willing to say I'm 95% sure he really said this, is he looked around because it got tense. Like,
oh really?
It got, because I just yelled up and said he's like a monkey and went ooh ooh.
Well, the
ooh.
blackface didn't help.
Yeah, yeah. And
you know it's bad when you offend early 90s New York.
Yeah, and then my dad, I was going to say it was 92, 93, my dad like said to like the general group around me, he goes, my son's retarded.
Oh, hey, good save. Good
Not
save.
special needs, nothing. He goes, my son's retarded. So he made it 10 times worse.
By the way, his save is now would make it 10 times worse, right?
Yeah. That's genius though, at the time. That's a great move. It's like what Kevin Spacey did. He fucked that kid and he was like, well, I'm autistic.
Yeah,
or
he said I'm gay.
Or I'm gay.
Which
Is that
did
what he
not
said?
help.
No, that didn't help.
You can't say it. You can't be accused of fucking someone underage and be like, I'm gay. That's not a sexual orientation thing.
Right,
so
right.
Kevin Spacey, well, let me tell you my Kevin Spacey story. I swear to God.
So I went up to Kevin's bed.
It would have been great to have like a late 70s.
Late 70s cops?
Early 80s cops coming
Like Popeye Doyle?
You'd have just...
Never trust an N-word. Like,
You'd,
what? Like,
you'd
I
have,
never trust
you'd
anybody.
have like legit abuse of power video because that was a time they wouldn't even have cared about you seeing it.
Dude, there was a show, there was Chicago PD or one of those shows like
that.
that.
A black guy for real and be like, what are you doing in this neighborhood, son? And they would show it on TV. He goes, look at these guys keeping our neighborhood safe.
Exactly. There was a Chicago, one of those cop shows on like CBS, something like that. And it was like 4 or 5 years ago. And it was like, they don't play by the rules. And then people were like, hey, that's fucking bullshit. Like the audience was like, that's awful. And they're like, oh, what? They're like, yeah, man, we don't. As a group of society, we don't want that anymore. And like, oh, they had to change the whole marketing campaign.
We don't play by the rules.
It's like, no, we need you to play by the rules.
You guys have to play by the strictest of rules. The letter of the law.
That was a Dirty Harry thing. It was like, I'll go rogue. I'll do my own thing. And now it's like, don't ever do that.
People get jacked up because he plays by his own rules. You cost the city $35,000 of destroyed property. He goes, so what? I caught the guy. He goes, that's a major problem. That's a budgeting nightmare. What do you mean? Who cares? You can't just shoot willy-nilly at stuff.
I've caught the guy.
Yeah, I shot him from the floor of the mall. He was on the third balcony. You can't just shoot. There was a shopping
kids around.
I never miss. You might miss.
That's not going to fly in court.
Yeah, I never miss. I submit to you that he's never missed.
I hope you're enjoying this video so far. Just real quick, want to ask you to comment who your favorite New York comedian is, who's been funniest in this video, and any New York podcast that I missed that you think should be in part 2. There is going to be a part 2, so make sure you subscribe to Joke World right now. Turn on those post notifications so you don't miss part 2, because how embarrassing would it be if you saw part 1 and then you missed part 2? People are making fun of you out in the street. Oh, you saw the Joke World Best New York Comics part 1, but you didn't see part 2. I don't want that to happen to anybody. That would be terrible. Let's avoid all that drama. Let's avoid all that harassment. Oh, you don't subscribe to Joke World? No, you can change that right now. I know it's tough out there for non-subscribers, so I'm just looking out for you guys. Subscribe to Joke World, stay safe, and enjoy the rest of the video.
You tricked me. I like, because I sit like that too, and it does mean you got a small dick, and I love when the head just kind of peeks out between the legs just like that, because it's nice and cozy in there.
Yeah, I keep the balls below and the head up top.
So you got to separate it with the legs.
Dude. Yeah, it's like a sailboat.
I have my penis looks small. It looks like chewing gum in a Jufro when it's when it's limp. Yeah, it just kind of looks like that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I look like an amputee. You know, like when a soldier loses an arm and he's got like a nub? My dick looks like a nub.
That little skin hanging off the head.
It looks like a bomb blew off my dick.
Putin sometimes pulls my heartstrings. He'll make a case and I'm like, nah.
Dude, you remember that motorcycle gang for his security in the Adam Curtis doc?
That fucking rule.
That's pulling my fucking heartstrings.
That kind of fucking rule.
They were like, remember the swords of your grandfather, the Eurasian. It was like, yo.
Do you remember
those guys are a problem.
Or he banned, I think recently banned Pornhub, allegedly. He banned Pornhub and was like, go meet someone in real life.
No.
I swear to God, look it up, Gardini, look it up. Putin
What the fuck?
Putin kind of fucking rules. He banned Pornhub and was like, knock it the fuck off.
Yeah, go get a pussy, dude.
Dude, people are going to be incentivized to have kids pretty shortly. 30 years or so, they're going to be like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, we need to, I don't like it. I'm with Bill Gates, dude. We need to depopulate.
We are. We're on course.
Great.
Bill Gates, wasn't his dad allegedly a eugenicist?
A eugenicist?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Of course, that's Bill Gates' fucking motto.
But
I haven't heard him. He really piped down.
Yeah, he shut up, dude.
Yeah, he really piped down.
Said, shut up, dork.
I think we should have done it.
What?
Someone should have been like, shut the fuck up.
You ever see him get pied in the face?
No, what?
It's the ultimate dork, dude.
Someone pied him?
He became a little angry dork after he got pied.
Who pied him?
I don't know. A fucking lone pieman. He fucking pied him right in the
That's
fucking
a disgruntled
schnoz,
baker, dude.
Hold on, I gotta show you this pieing.
Pornography is banned in Russia.
Yeah, dude.
Pornhub and YouPorn. Authorities have told citizens to meet people in real life. Direct quote.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
They have a whole
Bill Gates pie in face. You can Google it.
This is a good week.
Was this on the
recently?
news?
That might be the intro.
No, this is very old. This is right when he began. He was like, "We need to depopulate."
Let me see this.
Dude, this is a great pie.
Oh, he goes in a full like nerd
Full
posture.
dork, like. Oh, I'd be fuming if someone pied me on the way to like a courtroom.
He was all on camera too.
Yeah, he was like, "Hi, everybody."
If he had played sports, I think he would have avoided that pie.
There's nothing you can do to avoid that pie, dude.
If he had played sports,
Then came around a pillar.
True. Well, he would have been more aware. I always, dude. If I'm walking around a pillar, I'm fucking like, hold on.
Checking for pies.
I'm checking for pies, dude. I don't wanna get pied,
Getting public pied. Also, that gunman, dude, carrying a pie all day, just standing behind a pillar with a pie. People had to walk by like, no way. No way. What's he doing with that?
Did he
not eating it, just holding a cream pie, dude?
That's also like, how do you know where
Sick
Bill Gates is
CP.
going?
He was ready. He stalked him. He
He
followed
gave Bill
him.
Gates a CP.
Absolute CP on the steps.
Dude, CP'd on camera, dude. It's
Fuck.
brutal.
My grandma is still in that, she still lives up there. And that's where my dad went from being like a couch alcoholic that worked at a liquor store, but still could get it together enough to get 49ers tickets from his garbage
Sure,
delivery from the garbage man. I swear to God, Teddy the garbage man gave us Niners tickets, and we went. It was like Steve Young's first start against the Rams.
Really?
Yeah, it was like back when Montana got traded to the Chiefs. It was unbelievable. And dude, Teddy the garbage man gave us like.
It's always shady when you have a personal relationship with the garbage man. What are you doing in the 9 seconds that he's out front of your house?
They're
chatting tomorrow, Bill.
They're chatting it up.
Yo, that's exactly it.
They chat it up.
They're bumming cigs and lighters with each other.
My dad would go outside and rip a Marlboro Red and talk to Teddy. My dad was like, I'm very much my father's personality, which is just like, hey, you want to talk? I'll talk to you for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then I find out that the mob like really runs the garbage in San Francisco. Like
really
way beyond New York, obviously waste management is a thing, but like San Francisco, the mob had a stranglehold on the fucking
collection.
Collection. And then I realized Teddy was like a good looking Italian kid. And like, this kid was probably fucking mobbed up. And that's why we got like 20th row, 40-yard line tickets to the Niners.
Dad, we're in the owner's box. What the fuck's Teddy doing?
I'm like, dude, you're the fucking opening manager of a liquor store in Mill Valley. So we used to like.
That's great.
So
no child support, but Steve Young comes up to you after the game.
Dude, I get to high five.
Dan, good to see you.
Get to high five Huey Lewis in his prime.
Teddy's only throwing out guys in rolled up carpet.
Yeah, Teddy gives my dad manila envelope, and he goes like, "Hey, why don't you get this bitch off your back? Here's a little
buy the kid a guitar, will you?
Hey, buy the kid a Hilux, and why don't you kick a little to that noisy cunt in Colorado?"
He's into what? The Ninja Turtles? What are they called?
He goes, by the way, we can stop by and make life for his stepfather very painful.
I got some people in Aurora. It's okay.
He goes, listen, I got a cousin. He's out in Aurora because he's got a hot sheet right now.
He's laying low, but he can still do some
all
things.
I'm saying is it'd be a shame if your son's stepfather had a broken hip.
Do you ever like try to recreate the night with your memories and slowly make your feelings get worse about what happened?
Yeah, that's what's happening today.
Details.
Today, I'm thinking back on the podcast. It was a good podcast. Just like fun. Jesus. Yeah, I know. I remember during this show being like, "This is great. Try to remember this. This is a nice moment."
I like, I like when we were like, what should we do on Rogan? We're like, let's run the fuck over him. Let's take control of that goddamn podcast.
Hey, I snored on him.
You did? That was crazy.
That was wild.
He didn't like
some
it.
story, and you're like,
it stuck with him, dude. He brought it up later. He was like,
wow. That's a good one. That's when you know it's a good one. When people are like still feeling it way later.
But I mean, he gets blown all day long. It must be nice to get shit on.
I think that's what I'm saying. He brought it up as like it was a good thing. He was laughing. He was like, that was a fun podcast. Let's do it whenever. And he was like,
he does
guys are breaking
really
balls
good,
for once.
All right.
Yeah.
It's like a hot chick who gets just, waited on hand and foot. That one guy's mean to her, and she's like, I want to fuck him.
I have seen comments that I like. They're like, Burr and Ari are like the only guys that fucking throw it in Rogan's face. Like, we're just friends. They're supposed to.
I do those YouTube shorts, and they all get like 10 views. But then I put one of me calling Rogan fat, and it hit 2 million like a day. People like when you shit on that twink.
I mean, if in front of people, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Twink.
Well, he's little.
He's like a bear twink.
That's true. A bink.
Yeah.
A bink. Yeah. Yeah. I thought we were going to get
There's got to be a word for that. Isn't it an otter?
Oh, yeah. That's what I am.
Is that what an otter is?
Yeah.
Is that like a small hairy?
Yep.
Small.
Like Mateo's an otter.
Yeah.
He's hairless.
Nah, he's Italian. He's got some chest hair.
Does he?
Oh,
so
yeah.
what's a small hairless is a twink?
That's a twink.
What's a big hairless?
That's
seal.
a bear. Oh, a seal.
I guess I'm a seal.
Or a sea lion.
You're a seal or a sea lion, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which also... Listen, I was going to do a fat joke because you're fat, but I'm not going to do it.
It's all right. You're old. You're so fucking old, dude.
Fat and old.
Dude, I can't wait for you to die before me.
I think it's going to be a race to the end.
Between the two of us, how to heart attack?
I hope you accidentally do fentanyl at this comedy festival.
God, I can't wait to dose you on purpose with fentanyl. Dude, what do you think the odds are that somebody legitimately...
I think there's a high chance someone overdoses at this fucking thing.
I brought some.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's solid.
It's a good podcast.
I need a topic real quick.
You need a topic?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was the 1920s like?
God damn it, dude.
What was it like? What were the roaring 20s like?
How's that Model T?
Dude, I threw up a picture of me in college, and people were like, oh, where'd you get that throwback Pepsi can?
Good for them for banning pornography. That's nice for the people, dude. You get to revert back to, for the people. You get to revert back to like magazines.
Yeah, dude.
Going into a gas station, buying a fucking porno.
Dude, I do shower beats now just pure.
That's nice.
Purely in the fucking.
I miss
cyberspace.
beats, dude. I've been with my lady too much.
Yeah.
I haven't been beaten at all.
Tell her you need me time.
I like to save my seed for my lady,
dude. That
you have to save it for her.
You have to, man.
But
you must.
I'm ready for a good me time.
You need some me time. You're gonna be on the road
Can't wait.
soon.
I'm gonna be on
We'll
the
be in
road.
Salt Lake.
That's
We'll
me
be
time.
fapping like
Salt
crazy,
Lake's
dude.
me time.
Yeah, we'll be
dude.
fapping like crazy.
I'm in Providence this weekend. Me time. I'm busting in there, dude.
It is crazy though, because
busting.
if you're having sex regularly and you finally get to jerk off, it is like
does rule.
Nice.
Especially hiding on the couch when she's in the bedroom.
Oh.
You go, mommy, don't catch me.
I moved to New York 10 years ago. It was $82 a month for a subway pass. Now it's like $115.
Yeah.
Service has gotten worse. Costs have gone up like 30-40%.
Yeah.
So if service gets worse and you're charging me more money,
Yeah.
why would I trust you with more money?
But they got those cute little Apple Pay things now.
Yo, son, I'm not gonna lie, the
That's just
Apple
a
thing kind of lit.
file.
Apple Pay kind of lit, but I will say this. Incredible point about the astonishing increase in price in the last fucking 10 years.
And they're going
It's
broke
absurd.
still.
They're still going broke. Let me ask you this. If we were on a fucking chairlift skiing, right? And the chairlift people said, hold on, there's a little traffic on the chairlift. Right? You'd be like, what you mean it's traffic? It's just one thing. It just goes up and it comes down. It can't be traffic because it just goes up and it comes down. Right? Like that would be the answer, right? You cannot physically have traffic because it's just one. Whenever I see traffic, it's when 4 lanes turn into 2.
Yeah, but you always have the
There's
one
more
idiot
people.
at the what's it called, ski lift or whatever.
Ski lift.
who doesn't know how to get off the fucking thing.
Yeah.
and then they have to stop it because that motherfucker falls right at the
And
spot.
they're smart
Yeah.
and they stop the whole shit.
Yeah.
They don't let the whole shit go and then it backs up and then we got 14 lifts about to go and then more accidents happen.
Yeah, so that's what trade traffic is.
That's
Trade
what they
just
should
stop.
do. Stop the
So
whole
what, did
shit.
they just stop the train? Did
Son,
they just
son,
close the door
son.
and be like, yo, you can't swipe it?
Remember when we were young and we had the little train tracks and you had the little cars set up on the train tracks?
Yeah.
There was traffic there? You never in your life were playing with your train tracks and you were like, Mom!
Oh my God.
It's too much traffic!
I respect how simple he can make shit sound without making any sense.
At
But you're
all.
like, I got
Not
no
even a little
argument.
bit of sense.
What I'm saying
I
is
was
you
just like-
have to be next level retarded to make traffic on. Yo, when the guy on the mic goes, there's a little traffic ahead. How? How is there traffic ahead? Let me guess how many trains is ahead. 1? Because that's how many could fit. It makes me go fucking crazy. How many, how could there be traffic? Guys, look, ready? Look, there's one track, and there's only, let's do a visual. Ready? There's one track, right?
Okay.
Here's one train. There's traffic ahead. You telling me we got that? You telling me we got one on top of the other? Is that what managed to happen? Did we manage at Union Square to get 2 4 trains on top of each other? Because otherwise it's impossible to have traffic. It's not possible. When they say it, I go crazy. When they say it, I lose my fucking mind. When they say I want to knock on the door, I go, prove it. Prove it. Show me a picture of the traffic. I want to see a picture of a bunch of guys in the front of the traffic light, all the train drivers.
Like,
Come
beep,
on, let's
beep.
go.
Beep, beep.
Son, this how you know there's no traffic. They ain't got horns on the train. Because the people who made the train,
don't they got the toot?
that's emergency. I'm talking about beep beep. They don't got beep beep.
I think they gotta be
They ain't got no
They gotta
beep
beep
beep.
beep.
Let me tell you why they ain't got no beep beep.
They
Because
gotta
the people who made trains knew there wasn't gonna be no fucking traffic. Right? They probably asked him like, "Yo, should we put a beep beep?" He goes, "How could there be traffic? It's one fucking lane." And then these retards managed to find a way to make traffic. Make
Oh,
traffic
my God.
authority. That's what MTA stands for. That's what it stands for. Make traffic authority.
Oh my God.
How you manage to make traffic.
Yo.
It's like if a movie started late at the movie theater. Just press play.
Just pause. You mean pause.
What time the movie's supposed to start? 8? Hey, guess what you do at 8? Play. Well, I'm sorry, the movie's running a little late. Take your finger and press play. And then it's on time.
Yo, you had a lot of flagrant takes just
Son.
ready to go, son. The fuck?
And if we let this goofy bitch Elizabeth Warren run the fucking MTA, if this bitch out here running the MTA, just imagine.
You grew up in New Orleans.
Yeah, Treme.
Which is like in New York, pronouncing it New Orleans is like the way New Yorkers say Houston. Everybody else goes Houston Street.
Yes.
We go New Orleans. You
Yes.
guys, it's one word. It's New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yeah, it just kind of rolls.
Comes with like a hint of slavery.
Yeah, slavery was big down
You
there.
guys got some fucking Hall of Fame plantations down there.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, we go to those weddings. If
Yeah.
I ever did The Bachelor, I'd be kicked off because of all the antebellum shit I was involved in.
Yeah, don't do your wedding right now. That's the thing. Ryan Reynolds got in trouble, right? Because he had his wedding at a plantation. But my thing is like the rules weren't set there. That was just like it was a beautiful kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, it was just rich people who had slaves and land, and they had to till the field and servants and all that. So obviously it was bad, but the places are beautiful. These
They're
big
beautiful,
pillars with the fence and the yard. It's great.
But I do kind of agree, though. It is kind of like if you look at it from their perspective, it's like you're getting married. It's like, what's the difference between getting married there and getting married?
Well, you could say Auschwitz
at a slave house. It's the same thing.
But Auschwitz isn't pretty.
No, that's true.
You know.
So you think if Auschwitz was pretty, like
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that's cook some wood fire. That's a big oven. You got a good pizza going. I mean, come on.
Jesse Jackson attacked Cedric the Entertainer many years later for a character he played in Barbershop where he says, fuck Rosa Parks. I'm sick of hearing about Rosa Parks. It's a really funny scene where he's a black guy saying, I don't give a shit about Rosa Parks. And Jesse Jackson said he never should have said that. She's you don't touch this woman with your humor. And he's yelled it. And Cedric was a religious guy and he was upset. And I was pissed off at Jesse, and I just did once in a while I do this kind of dumb thing. I called the fucking the Rainbow Coalition. That's his office in Chicago. And this woman answered the phone. Hello? And I go, I have a complaint about Jesse Jackson. She goes, who are you? And I said, I'm just a citizen, and I don't agree with what she said. And he says, he don't care what you think, young man. And she hung up.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because sometimes I've called the White House like 4 times in my life and said, hey, and they say, yes, tell me the thing. And they politely take it down. I called Trump when Trump was like not conceding the election.
Yeah.
I called the White House and it was deep into it.
Yeah.
And usually it's like, hello, White House. It's a switchboard
Wait, you're
operator.
calling the White House?
And you say, I want to make a complaint. And she says, yes, I'll put you through. And they either, they give you a voicemail or they put somebody who just writes down, thank you very much. They take your comment and you just figure it's one of a trillion. But when I called Trump's White House, some guy, you could hear a loosened tie and unshaven. Some guy goes, hello, White House. And I go, hi, I want to make a complaint. He goes, what? I want to make a complaint. He goes, look, please just go to the website. Can you just go to the website? And I said, are you okay? And he goes, not great. I swear to God, I had this conversation. He goes, not great. I said, okay, well, I hope you have a better day. He said, thank you. I do appreciate that. So it was at that point,
awesome.
The White House was in a place where it was like, Trump's like, somebody get the fucking phone. The fucking phone is ringing. And it's like nobody's left.
It was the end of Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes,
like
everybody
the dudes were falling apart.
It was nuts.
What would you rather do? Eat McDonald's for 30 days straight or do shrooms 30 days straight?
How much shrooms? Shane's like, that's another 7 days of McDonald's.
Did I ever tell you about the story of what happened when somebody robbed my mother by...
I got the story for you too. Right after this, my house got robbed while I was in it.
We're gonna go back to back. We're gonna go back to back right now. So my Uncle Victor, R.I.P. R.I.P.
Love you.
There was a ring going around. Somebody was robbing like women's purses in my neighborhood.
Oh, there was a crime ring.
Going around, going around robbing women's purses right in my neighborhood. So
like off of the women in the street, like just ripping them
off their shoulder, right, and then muggings,
right,
and then selling or the ring, the criminal enterprise ring was being dealt with out of the back of a bodega that was on my corner. So the back of the bodega on my corner
was a hot spot.
They were stealing bags and they money, selling whatever it was.
How did you know this?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
So my uncle used to hang out all the time in this bodega, and I had credit at the bodega because they knew that I was his nephew through marriage. So I'd go in there, get a cheese sandwich and a soda. I'd say, put this on Uncle Victor's tab, and they would say, okay, because they knew that he's good for it because I'm Victor's kid. I'm Victor's nephew through marriage. So they were like, it's all good.
Okay.
So then one time,
So they were like,
okay, I'm reloaded.
Yeah, you sound like Scarface.
Yeah. It was So it was the guys in the bodega. So one day, somebody steals my mother's purse off the shoulder. My mother
got mugged?
Pushes my own mother to the ground, steals her purse. She got mugged. Shows up to the house, hands bleeding from being thrown to the floor.
Oh my God, that's traumatic.
Bag ripped off the shoulder. My mother did manage and this one was shout out my mom. She did manage shout out. She had a purse on her left shoulder. She had our dinner, which was from Wendy's, in her right hand. She dropped the soda, but she was able to keep my chicken nuggets and its small cheeseburger.
Oh, God.
And served it to me, and it's unbelievable.
Shout out
I didn't get the
Wendy's.
Frosty that I wanted, but...
Shout out Wendy, shout out Frosty, shout out chili. They have a nice chili on the
But my
menu.
mom still, that's how you know, and that's how you know, like, and by the way, today is International Women's Day, whenever this episode comes out, so I just want to give a shout out to my mother, is you I'll never forget that you did feed me that night, even though you just got mugged. You saved the Wendy's. You sacrificed your purse, but you said one thing you're not getting is my son's chicken nuggets with a small fry.
No.
You're not getting that.
Chicken nuggets and small fry, for all purposes to you, are way more valuable than her purse.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, I don't care that you lost your Social Security card. That means nothing to me. I'm 9.
I was gonna say, was she like? Did she handle it? Was she like, this asshole grabbed my thing and ran? I screamed, but I couldn't. Or did she come home like, oh,
she came
I
home.
have to stay indoors for the next 5 years?
It was one of those things. She was like, I just was mugged. Somebody stole my purse.
Oh my God.
And then my aunt who we live with, she's like, call 911, whatever. And then I was like, oh my God, what happened? And then my mom has the Wendy's and she's like, here, have your dinner. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So I'm eating the,
you're like, what happened?
I'm like, I'm like, Mom, you the barbecue sauce, I want extra. You know how good Wendy's barbecue sauce is. And
2 sauces, Mom.
So my uncle says, what did this guy look like? Whatever, like that.
God, he knows where to go. He knows where the chop shop is for the purses.
So I said, she says, oh, you look like this, this, and this. He goes, I think I may know what's going on here. He goes, do me a favor. Don't call the cops. I think I can handle this. Whoa. This is all, swear to God, true. So then
Is this the guy who used to rip your heart out of your chest from Temple of Doom?
No, that's Uncle Johnny. This is T.O.
Okay.
This is a different guy.
It would have been great if you went down to the bodega and started ripping hearts out.
But Uncle Johnny did still have his uniform from Korea that had holes and blood in it, and he said, "This is what real men do." And then he showed me his bloody uniform. I was like,
"Ooh, wow.
It's okay."
It's a lot to unpack.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to put on your daughter's makeup. This is So he says, I'll take care of this. So maybe an hour or two go by, right? He comes back with the purse. He has the purse. He said, listen, the money is already gone. I couldn't get the money back, but you don't have to cancel your credit cards or your license or whatever. I have the purse back. And then they're like, oh my God, what happened? Whatever, all this. And he's like, I got the purse back. I knew who did it. So fine, whatever. He gets the purse back. Okay,
I have so many questions.
No, hold on.
Continue.
Hold on. He gets the purse back. Then I just forget about this incident for, years. Fast forward, I'm like late teens, early 20s. My Uncle Victor, they're talking about something. They're like, oh, remember that time when somebody stole, my mother's purse? That guy really got what was coming to him. So I was like, what do you mean what's coming to him? Like, I never heard of it. I thought you just got the purse back. Like, what happened? He goes, well, what happened is I went to the bodega.
Vigilante justice?
Yeah. He goes, I went to the bodega. He goes, I knew who had stolen the purse. He goes, he wasn't there because he just was dropping the purse off. He says, to get the stolen goods back, he said, listen, I know the woman whose purse you stole. It's going to be really bad. She knows that things are going on back here. So just give me the purse. I'll take care of everything else, but just give me the purse. I'll give it back to her. He didn't say it was his sister-in-law or anything like that. So he gets the purse back. That night, I had no idea. He went and got drunk with the guy who stole my mother's purse, he was sure of, gets him drunk, takes him to our garage, which was detached from our house. My uncle was a welder and worked with tools, tied him up in our garage for 2 days and melted the skin off his kneecaps with his welding blowtorch.
What? What? How have you never told me this story? How have you never told me this story? What are you talking about?
He blew. Did I even tell you this?
What are you talking about? You just implicated your uncle to go to jail.
Yeah, he's dead.
Your uncle's dead.
I told you he died. R.I.P.
Oh my God, R.I.P. I forgot about that part.
R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. He died. He died of cancer. He said no meds. I'm going out. Yeah.
What?
Crazy.
Hey, these are better than they look too.
Dude, honestly, man, I need a second one.
We might need more ice, Matt, if that's possible.
I spilled some of it on my jeans. Thank God they were $8.
These are fucking good if I don't mind. I mean, whatever company sent us this shit, 1888. Hey, man, this
Good
is
year.
That's olive shit.
I'm watching that show 1883, by the way.
What's
Great
that?
show. It's on Apple TV. Phenomenal show.
Is that the year Biden was born?
There it is.
That was all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What?
Trying to keep him joking here.
Wait, what? Can we focus?
Yeah,
Because I have 2 points and Lewis has points.
Okay, go ahead. Make your points.
My 2 points are, one, just because I feel shame after, I'm very open sexually. I talk everything. I'm openly have herpes. I like,
You should literally take that mic with you. You don't need to.
I see. You have
That's disgusting. We're gonna lose viewers.
I like spit in my mouth.
You have misplaced shame.
There's a reason no one admits to it, dude. Just be one of the people that don't talk about it.
Just
I like eating ass,
like the rest of us.
Which is my camera. I like eating ass. I like spit in my mouth. I want my, I want to be. Oh, not yours. God, that's gross.
Maxed out on deadlifts, maxed out on bench.
Jesus, man. No wonder you're.
Well, it was just to see where we're at.
True.
Like a starting point. Like it wasn't like I wasn't in there like.
Yeah, you're just like.
Although on bench I was sad, dude.
200.
Hit 200. I had to add 2.5. So I was like, dude, I'm not doing 195.
Nah, bro. 200.
Gotta hit 200. This is.
How's the chest feel then?
It's a little sore today.
That's
I had
not
to do
bad.
presses too. Which I've never looked more. I know it's a running gag. A lot of people think it's a big joke to say that I look like I have some type of mental disability. You got to see me doing a fucking straight bar press.
What's oh, you're doing
With
fucking.
One wrote a thing under my comment today. I guess the post they put up today for me was something about settling down young.
Yeah.
It says, I don't even remember what it was from my special. I don't know. It might have been
Settling
groundwork or
down
something.
young.
Yeah, I don't remember what the bit is, but that's what the title is of the clip.
Okay, yeah.
It's called Settling Down Young. And someone goes like, oh, yeah, great advice from someone who cheated their entire relationship. There's this whole thing, and it's like, yeah, you know that because I've talked about it and said, like, yeah, I was shitty and did all this. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's such a weird thing. People are like,
That's why I hate
and
the
then
Yankees
fans
did
jump, I
that.
feel bad that fans jump in. They're like, he's spoken, like he's aware of his mistakes. And I'm like, I feel bad.
You're only aware of them because I told you. That's why I hated when the Yankees would get on. Who was it? Where it's like, who's your daddy? That great pitcher for the Red Sox, Pedro Martinez.
Yeah,
he kept getting beat in the playoffs by the Yankees.
Yeah,
and then eventually he's like, sometimes you gotta just fucking say like, just call him your daddy and move on. They got you. They got your number. And they'd be like, who's your dad? Like they uncovered something, and I wanted to be like, guys. It's his quote.
Yeah, you're using it against him.
You're using his quote against him. You didn't
same exact thing.
He said, you got me.
He's like, exactly. This guy cheated his whole marriage and blah, blah. Like, yeah.
Also, what are you, way into the sanctity of marriage?
Yeah, it's like, why are you so worried about my... And by the way, he goes, are you looking at my comedy show as relationship advice or whatever?
That's why I see people when they're like, I'm never going to support this dude again because he went on the wrong side of comedy. He said someone so like went too far. And I'm like, oh, guys, that's not why you should be going to see somebody's comedy show.
Yeah, for their views.
Yeah, you really should just be like, what kind of show they put on? It's almost the only thing, really.
Do I like their comedy? Yeah. And that is why I pay $15 twice a month to go see Bill Cosby in Rikers Island. Say what you will about the man. The guy's got fun ideas.
But I think we're actually VHS players in the robots or the iPhones. Like, we're on our way out here.
Even comedy, right, which is an art form, and you say, oh, robots can never do it. But they absolutely could. Like if they like that song "Call Me Maybe," that was a song that was engineered in a lab. It basically took what humans respond to. Why can't you do that with jokes? Just take words that humans respond to and do that. And it's like if robots start to kill, we're done. Dude, I genuinely think Mark Norman was made by the government. I think he's the first one, and like he's just out there and he's a test.
He could be,
and he's doing great. What's the deal with robot comedy? Do they really have this already?
Apparently, it's probably still bullshit crowd work.
No, it's not. No, dude, robots can't do stand up. You need to see if the robot could bomb.
Yeah. How? Yeah.
And then get nervous.
Yeah.
And embarrassed.
Then yeah,
that's what you want to see.
What a waste of a robot that gets embarrassed and nervous.
Oh my God. No, that's
What else
actually the
do
robot.
I have?
That's the robot I would buy.
Yeah.
Just a robot that I could share anxiety stories with. And the one I'm like, I'm depressed, robot. He's like, me too.
So I go, I'll tell you what. I'll drive us down there.
Wow, you got the car.
I got the car. It's Sunday. There's no traffic. It's nice and it's rainy. You know, I'm like, we'll get in the car. We'll drive down there.
Love a car.
So we made a day of it. We drive down to the Lower East, fine park. I did an amazing parallel parking job with you got 2 women in the car.
Forget about it.
It's just like you have a moment of like, there's a lot of pressure. I can't fuck up. I got to be a man. I'm afraid of the subway.
Yep.
And I mean, I just knocked it right in there.
Should have put a towel down on that. Is it an Escort? What do you got there?
Sentra.
Sentra. Yeah, something with vitamins.
I parked it. I was like equidistant, a dick length from both cars, 2 inches.
Yeah.
Put it in park, and I
Is it
went.
Chinatown?
I turned around and I said, I want to genuinely apologize for getting your pussy so wet.